All right, I'm going to have a go at the Observer's weekly Everyman crossword. First, let's have our cryptic clue of the day. Last week, first among equals, advanced really like it emerged somewhat timelier. Well, you had to take the first letters first among, and then those other words spell out earliest. And I think it acts as an and lit because the wordplay also provides the definition. Well done to Mike and everyone else who got that. This week, in the cases of Sherlock, essential element often remains. 8 letters. In the cases of Sherlock, essential element often remains. 8 letters, begins with S, ends in N. All right, let me try through. Oh, here's our welcome note, blah, blah, blah. Exciting changes are coming. That always strikes fear in the heart. How do I get? There we go. And there's how to enter, blah, blah, blah. All right. Oh, let me check my settings. No, I don't want to skip over and apply. All right, one across. Brace after every man's blunt. Well, every man referring to himself could be I or me. Oh, it could also be I am, every man is. So I think it's going to mean brace. Yeah, I am, and then a word for blunt. And it's going to be... Oh, I think it might be the other way around because I was just thinking a brace can mean a pair. And I think to blunt, maybe to blunt the effects of something is to impair it. Not sure. All right. I must remember that these long ones will probably rhyme. I forgot it last week. The memo can lower hiccups. Much appreciated. Oh, well, the M, since we have the word memo with 2 M's, I'm wondering if hiccups, like if you have hiccups with something, it can get rearranged. I think that's an anagram indicator. The meaning will be much appreciated. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be many. I was thinking like many thanks. No, thanks is only 6 letters. The memo can lower. I presume that's going to be the fodder. Yeah, the memo can is 10 plus lower 15. Much appreciated. No, I'm not seeing that. How about opposing but touching? Opposing might be anti. And maybe anti in a 3-letter word for but, yet. And I think it's going to mean touching. Unless it's no, I don't think it's a double definition. Gradients grappled with, they're highly intense. Ooh, gradients is 9 letters. I think they're highly intense. I'm wondering about red, like red alerts. That's not that. I'm going to sip my coffee and try and work this anagram out in my head. Well, I see we have red giants. I know there's red dwarfs. We all remember the television program. And I think we've had red giants in the crossword before. I'm just not sure how they're highly intense. Yeah, but I'm sure they are astronomically. All right, King of Music's festive tune ending in carnage. Ooh, King? Could that be Charles Rex CR of Music's festive ending in carnage? Might be just the letter E. Oh, maybe it is the King of Music, and of course, Mike would be disgusted if I forgot Elvis is the king, but I'm not sure it's going to be anything to do with Elvis Presley. King of Music's festive tune could be Carol. Oh, Carol? I don't know. Oh, Carol King, of course. It's so funny when you're sometimes putting words together. I just thought like Carol with an E would be Carol, but of course another way of spelling Carol. There we go. Duchess's somewhat game. All right, somewhat can sometimes indicate, well, it can indicate, I think, maybe an anagram, but here a hidden clue. And we have chess, not too hard to spot. Stage showing, among others, Navarro's trumpet. Ooh, there was a trumpeter called Navarro, wasn't there? Early jazz guy, I think. Was he? Stage. Ah, I think it's just a hidden clue again. Showing, among other letters, we have a rostrum, which is a type of a stage. It's a small one, like a podium, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Hardly ideal. What this suggests. Ooh, and then that less than kind of tense. Oh well, yeah, I think we are going to read that less than sign as less. So hardly ideal. Uh, I think it's yeah, I think we read that symbol as less than, and one tense is the perfect tense, and that would be hardly ideal. All right. Chooses new recipient for frocks following study. Ooh, I'm thinking if the definition was chooses new recipient, then maybe readdresses. Funny word. But I think that must be it. Frocks are dresses, and that, yeah, if you study a subject at college, university, you read it in British parlance. Ooh, well, let me look back at this knowing now it may rhyme with less than perfect. Oh, we do have ECT. What rhymes with perfect? I'm trying to remember the Fairground Attraction song and did anything rhyme in that? Um, yeah, not sure. Maybe oh, no, I was going to say connect, but we only have one N. But I'm thinking much appreciated. Oh, and maybe the opposite of less than. Maybe more than. Oh, more than welcome. Yes, I think that's it. So this week, the week I remember about the rhyming, they don't actually rhyme, but there's definitely a connection that helped me. So more than welcome is an anagram, I think, of the memo can lower. And that's our opposing. Okay, it's not anti. Oh, how about against? Yeah, I think it might be a double definition actually. If you're opposing something, you're against it, and one thing is touching another, it is maybe leaning against it. I don't know if the but is doing anything other than a joining word, a surface word, saying it means this, but it also means that. Anyway, let me know if you think anything different. Act superior in broadcasts behind stage. Oh, put on airs would be to act superior. Great phrase. And broadcasts would be airs as a verb. Behind stage, yeah, again, stage is a verb. If you stage something, you put it on. Portray without limits, vast tale. Oh, well, a vast tale, I'm thinking, is going to be an epic. Portray is depict without its outer letters. All right. Turbine component, you may see going around again. I think it's just going to be a palindrome. If you see it going around, you see it again because it's exactly the same. A rotor. Applaud, heavyweight, he plays guitar. All right. Well, applaud is clap, heavyweight is a ton, and Eric Clapton. Yeah, he's not bad on the old guitar, I suppose. Incline, cunning defense. Yeah, I think a charade. Oh, an incline could be a ramp. And I think if you use your cunning, you use your art. It's a funny synonym, but I think a rampart is definitely a defense. Rejected legal wrong in red. A tort. Yeah, yeah. So if you reverse a legal wrong, you get a trot, which is slang for a Trotskyite or a red. One might be first to consider backing resolution. Not sure how to read that one. How about biologist was kind to rock? I think if something rocks, it might move around. So I'm thinking, yeah, I think it's Richard Dawkins is the biologist. Anagram of was kind. Components of dribble where children play. Oh, I'm thinking, I was going to say playpen, but play is in the clue. I do that a lot. Um, Components of dribble. A ball pen? Is that what you call it, where kids go in that big pit? Oh, ball pit, maybe. Components of dribble. Ball something, I'm thinking. Anyway, so then one might be first. Is it going to be something to do with rebellion? To consider backing resolution? No, not seeing that. Is Olympic honcho going to read out agreeable message? Um, is Olympic? Yeah, I'm not sure what that's getting at. The only thing I'm thinking of is telex for a message, but that might be too old-fashioned. Blue clue like this. Ooh, that's very meta. Well, blue can be sad or it can be vulgar. Blue can be sad or down, of course. This is a down clue. Oh, so now our Olympic honcho going to read out, is it going to be a homophone? Agreeable message. Oh, I'm wondering about radio operators saying Wilco. I think it's short for will comply. And so that would be an agreeable message. Of course, the Olympic honcho in Britain is Sebastian Coe. I remember him, of course, as an athlete, but I think he's now Lord Coe. So is he going to Will Coe? That's clever. Venerated figure and scoundrel agreed. Ooh, I'm wondering about I concur. Yes, the venerable figure is an icon, and a scoundrel might be a cur. Most of red wine's drunk, increasingly full of tidings. Now let's come back to that when I have a letter or two. Plant contraptions for the evening involving job. Well, I'm thinking about the evening being PM, and maybe we put a job inside of PM to get plant contraptions, if that means anything. No, I think maybe it's going to be a plant. But we might have some contraptions for the evening. And we might put a job in there, but don't see it. Could you get this merry in one? Oh, I think I'm reading that wrong. Could you get this merry in one could? Could you get this merry of on one could? Okay, merry, any word for drunk could indicate an anagram. We have 11 letters. Could you get? I don't think so. And then what's the in? Yeah, not seeing it. Oh, here's our weekly primarily clue. Primarily hardy, elsewhere ample, rich, typically yeomanly. All right, I think that's going to spell out hearty. So we take the primary or first letter of all the other words, which also define, just like my clue last week. Bloody quality that's seldom seen. Oh, is it going to be the blood type that is rare? Bloody quality that's seldom seen. Well, something that's seldom seen, might be a rarity. And I think it's making a pun on, like, bloody meat would be rare. So maybe the quality of being bloody is rarity. I think that one could have done with a question mark if I'm reading it right, but I'm sure Alan by now knows what he's doing. Anyway, that was our red wine So I think drunk is going to be our anagram indicator. Most of red, well, red wine itself is 7 letters. Yeah, I think we just dropped the apostrophe S. And it's going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be an IER word. So increasingly full of, oh, like if you're full of news, I think you would be newsier. So maybe we do. So I think we do use the S actually. So what am I dropping? We do have 2 E's and the R. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure what we're dropping there. But I'm fairly confident that that is right. Oh yeah, we're dropping the D. So most of red is RE, and then wines gives us 5 letters. All right. Very slow today. The northern tree's hairy growth. Oh, I wonder if it is a hairy growth. So some word for a mustache or a Fu Manchu, a sideburn. The northern, like maybe N, and then a tree could be an ash or an oak. No, not seeing it. Twist 21 products like this. Oh, is that going to refer to 21 across, which we don't have yet? Or is it just wordplay? I don't think it's Roman numerals. Twist. No, not seeing that. All right, that's our Could You Get This Merry on something side, on something line. Merry in. Oh, maybe in one could is 11 letters. Could it be an anagram of in one could? Let me pause, sip my coffee that is getting very cold, and see if I can work that out on paper. That's exactly it. When I was working it out on paper, I saw I had an awful lot of N's. So I thought, well, that's probably an N. And then at the end, I spotted, ooh, 9. And I thought of on cloud 9 when you're very happy, I suppose. And here I think the Mary is doing double duty. It's part of the definition on cloud 9 and then also telling us to anagram. So a funny sort of clue. That's our twist. 21 products like this. No. Here was our one might be first. To consider backing. Oh, do we back up consider? Yeah, is it a resolution? No, I think one might be first. No, not seeing it. Oh, here's our, okay, it's not a ball pit or whatever I thought it was. Components of dribble. I mean, it could be dribble as in saliva, but I think it's like bouncing a ball. Oh, in basketball or kicking it. In football, components of dribble. Where children play. Not seeing it. And here's our plant contraptions. Ooh, involving job. I'm wondering about putting work in there. Ah, yes, a plant contraptions could be some kind of like metalworks, ironworks. Oh, I think. Oh, no, it's a plant. And contraptions for evening out your clothes would be irons. And that's going to give us ironworks. Oh, so now I'm thinking twist 21. So products from an ironworks, you might describe them as being irony. I'm not sure about twist. I suppose if a story might have a twist and you might describe that as irony. I don't know, I'm a little gun shy about using the word irony after poor Alanis Morissette. Everyone came down on her for misusing the word, although now people say that's actually correct. Anyway, who knows at this point? All right, I have my one might be first. Not rebounder, I think it must be well, I think surely it's ER. To consider backing resolution. Ooh, to consider. Ah, yes. I was just thinking might be to ponder. And then you might be a first responder. And yeah, resolution we've actually just saw recently in the daily can be abbreviated to res. And so backing that is to ponder. All right, components of dribble. Where children play. Oh, a sand pit. Oh, that is very clever. It is to do with saliva or spit, or if you break it up, S and pit. I love those clues. Well done to every man for that. All right, the northern trees, hairy growth. Oh, I'm thinking about a tash. Ah, yes, of course, in the north of England, instead of saying the, you might say T apostrophe. Well, you don't say T apostrophe, but you say t in front of a word. So the ash would become tash, which is slang for a mustache. All right, well, last week I had a typo, which Mike pointed out. Checking. I should do my typo squiz like David Webb does every week. Nothing is jumping out at me. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. Some great clues there, as we expect from Everyman. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a great day.